Hello, all you beautiful people. We have a new watch box to review today. Not a watch, but a box for them. Now, when I was shopping for a watch box, well, first off, I had a nice watch box that my wife had got me for Christmas a few years ago, but it only had 5 slots in it. The collection has grown well beyond that. And I wanted something also just a little bit nicer to my current tastes. And, sometimes you just change your mind. You want something different. But I didn't want to spend an arm and a leg on it. Like when you start doing research on watch boxes, they get really expensive really fast, or they're made out of glorified cardboard. It's hard to find a really nice in-between value for money type of thing. And I think I found that with, let me grab it. Sorry. Watch boxes are way heavier than watches. I think I found that with Rothwell San Francisco. Sold on Amazon, really easy to find, really easy to buy. This is the 12 slot model. So 12 watches, has a nice glass pane in the top so you can see them. And also there's a slide out tray underneath. And I went with one of the louder colorways. And I'm really looking forward to getting this thing open, seeing what it looks like, and then loading it up to see how functional this is going to be. This is not sponsored. I paid full price for this on Amazon at the time of ordering. It was $130 plus applicable sales tax wherever you are. $130, didn't cost anything to ship it here. Based on the heft of this thing, if it looks the way that it feels and it delivers on what those pictures promise, then it'll be well worth the money. But let's unbox this thing and take a look. Okay, the normal top-down setup here at my desk is made to look at watches. And this is not that. It's much bigger than that. So things are a mess. Things are everywhere. And we're doing the best we can with what we got. And what we got is some styrofoam packing. But that's okay. That's kind of what we expect. And as we peel this back, what do we see? We see reflections with styrofoam inside. It's a nice box. I like how this folds down. This is beautiful. We can give you a little peek at what is to come there. Got the orange interior with the gray exterior. That's the colorway that I went with. And I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I don't take myself and my watch collecting too seriously. And I think this colorway is a nice reflection of that. We can see there on the bottom, nice branding, even on the bottom of the box, Rothwell. And that feels like a really nice suede. I don't know if it's actual suede or if it's a faux suede, but the hand feel is excellent on this thing. Let's see what we get when we open up this tray. We get actually a pretty nice catch-all. It comes all the way out so we can take a closer look at it. This, I think, is going to hold a lot more than I originally planned on. I was kind of in the market for a matching valet tray, kind of a catch-all to go along with this, but I'm not so sure that I need that. You can see a little frayed edge there. Does that come off easily without tearing it apart? I don't know. Yeah, that's okay. We can take care of that. Okay, little scissors, clean that up, no problem. All right. We didn't pay hundreds and hundreds or thousands of dollars for this, so I'm gonna forgive some of that little stuff with the QC, but it seems to be put together pretty nicely. Nice valet tray. All right, on to what we've all been waiting for. Like this is the main event, right? This is what we're here for. So when we open this up and remove our packing paper, there we are. We have a key on a nice little tassel because this does lock. Is this going to keep things secure from a burglary? No, man. Like when it comes to burglary stuff, they're just going to take the whole dang watch box. So if you're worried about that, this isn't going to do you any favors. But if you're worried about kids getting in here, this should keep them out pretty nicely, especially if you keep it somewhere other than on this box. We got a card here. Is this just a little booklet, pamphlet? Warranty. Okay, 1-year warranty. Very nice. I don't know why we would really need a 1-year warranty on a watch box, but I guess, if something, maybe if the hinge breaks, if something around here rips, whatever it is. Speaking of the hinge, we should probably turn this around and see what the quality of that hinge looks like. And this is, okay, it's not full length piano style hinge. It is a little bit wonky. It's kind of flush over here, but it sticks out a little bit over there. There's a little bend, just a little tiny bend, a little tweak, but it opens and closes nicely. Functionally, it's fine. Aesthetically, you're kind of getting what you pay for, right? It's not the best quality in the world, but it's definitely not the worst. All right, so let's get this thing turned back around and take a look at the pillows that it comes with, because that's where a lot of this stuff falls short. There were 2 things that I liked about this that I saw in the reviews. One thing that I liked about it is that, if you watched any of my videos before, I'm a big guy. I have an 8-inch wrist. This is a 41 millimeter watch on my wrist right now. And this one faces up large. It wears, it looks a little bit bigger than 41. If you want to see, for comparison's sake, we can take that off and put on, this is a Zelos Horizons 43. So this is a 43 millimeter watch on my wrist, just for scale. I have a large wrist, and because of that, I wear some larger watches. I kind of live in the 40 to 43 millimeter range. And most budget type of watch boxes, I've noticed, have dividers that are basically glorified cardboard. It's a piece of cardboard that's not that wonderful, and it's covered in a fabric. It's just not giving you that much for your money. I like that the dividers here are thicker, and because they're thicker, it will accommodate my larger watches without having to worry about them bumping into each other. Here's the other thing that I really liked about this watch box. The pillows that you put your watches on are not cheap, terrible pillows. These are really nice quality watch pillows with structure to them. These sides are actually a hard material. They are structured pillows with some cush in the middle, which is very nice. I like this a lot better than those cheap little pillows that weigh a half an ounce that will fly away when the breeze picks up to 5 miles an hour. Like these are going to be much better. Let's see what type of functionality we can get out of that lock and key here. That slips in really nicely. And here, let me move this so you can see a little bit better. Get some light on there. It's not turning all the way. Did that lock it? No. Maybe we turn the other way. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And now we are locked. Secured from the kids who are looking to, the kids are always looking to get into your stuff, right? And then we turn the other way. It's just a full turn to unlock. And that's really nice. You might have to keep this around. Not just the kids. Maybe we need to keep the wife out of our watches too. Who knows? Is that a problem for you? What do you think about this colorway? I'm a fan of this colorway. Obviously. I'm a big fan of hot hits of orange. Big fan of stuff like that. I like color in my watches. Love color in my watches. I have them all here because I'm getting ready to move them into the watch box. So, I have everything accessible. I like to have fun with my watches. I like them to make me feel good. I keep the accessories that I enjoy. That kind of matches perfect. Different strokes for different folks, but there are plenty of colorways in this for everybody. I'm going to quit rambling and I'm going to load this thing up. So let's cut to that shot where it's full of fun. And here we are in all of its loaded up glory. What do we have here? This
is a proper watch collection. I'm so happy with how this came together. I look like an official thing now. Like, this is so beautiful. This is going to make me so happy when I look at it sitting on top of the dresser, chest of drawers, wherever this thing lands. Absolutely fantastic. I am so happy with how all the watches have space. Nothing's running into each other, even the big chunky boys, the G-Shocks. You know, like there's so much space in between all the watches. I guess this is a bit of a pseudo kind of state of the collection video, right? I'm filming this towards the end of the year. You'll probably get it in January. I guess it's topical. We got a G-Shock, which I love. Beat the heck out of it. The Cassie Oak, another G-Shock, which I also love, in a SKX mod case for this one. Just a really cool looking watch. Super satisfying to wear, especially for the price. Awesome watch. This is a super cheap quartz, terribly made, I'm sure, fashion watch. It cost me all of about $27, but the blue suit that I wore at my wedding, I felt needed a blue dial watch. I didn't really have watches at the time, and $27 was about all that was left in the budget if I was going to pick something like that up. So this was the watch that I wore to my wedding. Am I proud to own that watch? No. Is it ever going to leave me? Absolutely not. That's the watch I wore to my wedding. It's going to last with me, I guess, as long as my wife does. So let's hope forever. This is, I'm going to take this one out because this one's super special. This is a Mickey Mouse watch. It's an old Timex, I believe, electric Mickey Mouse watch. This is from my late grandfather. He bought this for me when I was little and was convinced that it was going to be worth a ton of money one day. Is it worth a ton of money? No. Does it run any longer? No. If there's anybody out there who thinks they can get this running for me, like in a reliable way for a half decent price, let me know. I would love to see this thing run again. But this stays with me. It makes me smile every time I see it. It reminds me of my grandfather. He didn't let me have it when I was a kid. He kept it in a safe deposit box because it was an investment. It was going to be worth that much money. We're not right about everything. Fun little Casio, kind of the metal version of the F91W. Love that. Actually wear that all the time, even on this honking wrist. The Citizen Tsukiyomi, phenomenal watch that connects to the atomic clock. All titanium, super cool, awesome thing. This is the Zarek, kind of just for fun. Zarek Calligraph 3, the Casio Royale, the the AE1200 WH. I believe that's the reference on that one. Definite plans in the future for that. We're going to do some mods to that. The Zelos Horizons 43 that I tried on earlier in the video, that is kind of turned into my beach watch for obvious reasons. And then my old trusty, the right hand, that's why it's front and center on the right, my Bell & Ross BR, B as in boy, R93 V2. It's the one with the GMT complication. Love that watch on the strap. And then we have an extra pillow, front and almost center, as center as it can get. I like leaving an empty slot. That is for the next one, whatever the next one shall be. And then this tray down here is so handy. Let's take a look at everything that fit in here. So it turns out that I am going to be able to use it as a bit of a valet for storage. Up here we have, wallet. When we go to bed at night, we'll toss it in there. A few extra straps, the bracelet from the Bell & Ross. This is a nice single pass NATO from Haveston that I've never used. Maybe we'll change that in the near future. An extra strap that came with the Zarek. I just like the other one better. Up here, I have some extra links, another extra link for the Bell & Ross bracelet, some extra pin bars in various sizes, the key to this whole thing, put my keys in here because I don't know, it looked like a good place for keys. This is actually the collar tag from my late dog, Zeus. Zeus, we miss you greatly. We'll love you always. And you're always with me in many ways, including this one. And then over here is just a bunch of tools and whatnot for fiddling with watches. So I got a little set of screwdrivers, Amazon specials. Another Amazon special. This came in a cheap cardboard box, but I liked the foam cutout. So the foam cutout went in here along with all the tools necessary for push pin bracelets. There's I got my screwdrivers here, obviously, spring bar tool, little hammer, the stability block, all that fun stuff. Tossed in some tweezers, some jeweler's tweezers that I use every once in a while. So that's cool. And then down here, tucked down here, you can't quite see it. There it is. It's an extra spring bar tool. So all the watch related stuff is in here, except for this. I guess I could toss the patch on top, right? Do I toss the patch in there? I don't know. I really don't care. That will go somewhere. But this is a gorgeous little package. And I gotta say, for the price point, I'm pretty impressed. Let's chat about it and give you some final thoughts. So what do you think of the 12-slot watch box with pull-out tray from Rothwell, San Francisco? I kind of am in love with this thing. I was a little concerned that the orange would be over the top. For you, it might be over the top. For me, this is fantastic. It adds a nice pop of color, exactly where it's needed. For me, a nice little reminder just to not take yourself too seriously. And also, it's not electric orange. When we look at this orange color here, it's just a nice, subdued, almost like a matte orange. It's just not out there and in your face. I enjoy that. I really do. The other thing that I like about this, you can see the corner here on my desk, the corner that I'm pointing at now, this corner. I love that there's no hard corners on this thing. That's a little attention to detail that I absolutely love to see in things. When people make things, I like to see the little pieces of attention to detail that they put in. And this is definitely one of those. There's no hard corners on it. It's chamfered at a 45-degree angle to kind of soften the profile of the entire thing. Much appreciated. Thank you to the designers when it comes to that. If you are in the market for a watch box and have a half-decent budget, I don't want to call this a low-budget option. $130 is absolutely not low budget. That's a decent amount of money. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4 of the watches that are in this box for less than the price of the box itself. So $130 is nothing to sneeze at. But this is a really nice presentation. This is, if you're looking for something that's going to make you feel like you've leveled up your collection without actually adding to it, I can definitely suggest this. A super cool watch box. I'm going to keep it for quite some time. Definitely not going back. No return policy necessary here. Thank you, Rothwell, New York, for making a quality piece and not charging an obscene amount for it. I'm talking to you, Wolf. If you like watch boxes and you're still watching, which is probably, 2 of you at this point, highly recommended. Thanks for coming along for the journey. I'm so happy. I have all this stuff organized now, and my watches aren't all in different places around the house. Fantastic stuff. Thanks again. We'll talk to you next time.